Hey.
I'm thinking.
She called me a pig. What's your
Prepare yourselves, because the digital landscape has just been scorched by a social media war so vicious, so personal, and so utterly unhinged that it makes every other celebrity feud look like a playground disagreement. We are talking about a collision of titans that has left the internet in a total state of shock. The queen of rap herself, Nicki Minaj, has officially taken off the gloves, and her latest target is none other than the material girl superstar, Saucy Santana. This isn't just a subtweet, or a subtle dig. This is a full-scale character assassination that has the entire Barb's kingdom and the Santana army at each other's throats. The tension reached a nuclear boiling point when a series of tweets from Nicki surfaced, allegedly calling Santana a pig in a move that has been described as the ultimate act of industry betrayal. But wait, the plot thickens. Santana didn't just sit back and take it. We have exclusive access to a live stream where Santana finally breaks his silence, and the raw, unfiltered emotion is enough to leave you breathless. Why would Nicki, a woman Santana has publicly praised for years, suddenly turn into his worst nightmare? Is this about the shifting alliances with Cardi B? Is it about secret recordings that were never meant to see the light of day? Tonight, we are pulling back the curtain on the secret DMs, the deleted voice notes, and the explosive breakdown that has left Santana questioning everything. You are about to witness the exact moment a friendship turned into a bloodbath. Stay tuned, because the receipts we've uncovered are so scandalous, they might just reset the entire rap industry forever. The digital ground beneath the rap world didn't just crack. It swallowed the entire timeline whole the moment Nicki Minaj hit send on a tweet that felt like a guided missile aimed directly at Saucy Santana's heart. The word pig wasn't just an insult, it was a psychological trigger, a declaration of total war that sent the Barbs into a feeding frenzy and left Santana's inner circle in a state of absolute, paralyzed panic. We are talking about a betrayal, so deep it feels like it was written in the stars by a vengeful god. For years, Santana has navigated the industry with the Queen as his North Star, but in one flick of a manicured thumb, Nicki Minaj didn't just unfollow him. She attempted to erase his very humanity. The scene inside Santana's glam room, when the tweet went viral, was nothing short of a cinematic tragedy. Sources who were physically present claim the air left the room, the music stopped, and for the first time in his career, the material girl was speechless, staring at a screen that was reflected in the literal tears welling up in his eyes. But this wasn't just a random outburst from the queen of rap. Insiders are leaking that this explosion was months in the making, fueled by a series of secret recordings from a high-profile industry party where Santana was allegedly caught on a hot mic kikiing with a rival camp. We are talking about high-stakes, backstabbing conversations where names were dropped and legacies were questioned. Nicki, who is known for having ears in every corner of the industry, allegedly received a voice note containing Santana's voice saying things that would make your skin crawl, comments about her recent chart performance, and whispers that the crown was slipping. When that audio reached the Queen, the response wasn't a phone call, it was the public humiliation of the century. The word pig was a code, a reference to an inside joke they once shared that has now been weaponized to tear him down in front of millions. The social media fallout was instantaneous and violent. As the tweet racked up hundreds of thousands of likes, Santana's own boyfriend, Diamond Nuke, found himself caught in the crossfire of a loyalty test that would break most men. Imagine the pressure of being on a live stream, trying to entertain your fans, while the most powerful woman in music is publicly dragging your partner. Diamond decided to rap a verse from Nicki's catalog, a move that many saw as a desperate plea for peace, but Santana wasn't having it. She called me a pig. What you doing rapping her songs? Santana screamed on camera, his voice cracking with a mixture of disbelief and pure, unadulterated rage. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a diamond-encrusted razor. Santana was forcing everyone, his fans, his team, and his man, to pick a side in a war where there are no survivors. But wait, because the rabbit hole goes even deeper than a Twitter feud. Leaked DMs from a burner account, allegedly belonging to a former member of Santana's glam squad, suggest that this entire pig comment was actually a response to a secret meeting Santana had with a group of private equity investors who were looking to buy out a portion of Nicki's master recordings. If this is true, we are looking at a financial betrayal that transcends gossip. This is a corporate heist. The industry is buzzing with the rumor that Santana was trying to play both sides of the fence, acting as a friend to Nicki while secretly plotting to profit from her empire. As Santana sat on his live stream, trying to play it off with a holy water sprinkle, his eyes told a different story. He looked like a man who knew the walls were closing in. And just as he was about to reveal the real truth behind Nicki's anger, a mysterious figure walked into the frame of his video, handed him a legal envelope, and whispered a name that caused Santana to go completely silent and end the stream. The world is screaming for answers, and the silence is the most terrifying part of all. The betrayal didn't just stay within the four walls of that haunted penthouse. It spilled out into the streets of Miami like an oil slick catching fire, threatening to incinerate everyone in its path. As the second wave of leaked documents hit the internet, the world learned the most sickening detail yet. This wasn't just a secret affair. It was a coordinated operation involving people within Jocelyn's own inner circle. A series of encrypted emails surfaced, allegedly showing that her fiancé had been paying off one of her primary assistants to keep his tracks covered, ensuring that every time Jocelyn suspected a lie, there was a paid informant there to gaslight her into believing she was just being crazy. The psychological warfare was relentless. We are talking about a woman who was being manipulated by the people she paid to protect her, creating a Truman Show-style nightmare where the only person not in on the joke was the Queen herself. The emotional toll reached a fever pitch when a second, highly distressing video leaked from a private security feed. In it, you see the confrontation that the world has been whispering about. The fiancé returns to the house, not with an apology, but with a cold, robotic arrogance that is absolutely bone-chilling. Jocelyn is seen standing in the foyer, draped in a silk robe that looks like a shroud, clutching a stack of printed-out messages like they were a weapon. When she confronts him, he doesn't flinch. Instead, he laughs, a dry, hollow sound that sends a shiver down the spine of anyone watching. He tells her to check the contract, a cryptic phrase that sent the internet into a tailspin. What contract? Was the engagement a business deal? Was her heart being used as collateral for a high-stakes industry play? The look of realization that washes over Jocelyn's face in that moment is haunting. It's the look of a woman who realizes she hasn't just been cheated on, she's been trafficked into a fake reality for someone else's gain. The social media landscape became a literal battlefield. Twitter wars erupted between Team Jocelyn and a suspicious surge of bot accounts designed to smear her reputation, calling her unstable and difficult to work with. It was a smear campaign of epic proportions, an attempt to bury her voice before she could tell the full story. But the fire only grew when several other high-profile celebrities began weighing in. A top-tier rap icon posted a cryptic message on Instagram saying, "The industry always tries to break the ones they can't control. Stay strong, princess." The comment section became a cesspool of accusations, with fans claiming that the fiancé was actually a plant sent by a rival network to sabotage Jocelyn's rising empire. Every hour, a new insider appeared on TikTok with receipts, claiming they saw the fiancé at a secret lounge with a woman who looked suspiciously like Jocelyn's former best friend. The layers of betrayal were piling up so high that the structural integrity of her world was officially compromised. Just when you thought the situation couldn't get any more explosive, a leaked voice memo from the fiancé's phone hit the dark web. In it, he is heard speaking to an unidentified woman, whispering, "She's breaking down right now, it's perfect." The more she cries on camera, the more the stocks go up. She thinks it's a breakup. I think it's an exit strategy. The sheer level of sociopathic calculation is beyond anything we have ever seen in the history of celebrity gossip. He was literally monetizing her tears, banking on her emotional collapse to fuel a secret business venture. When this audio reached Jocelyn, she didn't just cry, she went into a state of total catatonic shock. Sources say her medical team had to be called to the scene because her blood pressure spiked to dangerous levels. She was being hunted by a man she wanted to build a family with, and as the clock ticked toward midnight, a new notification appeared on her screen that changed everything. It was an invitation to a private tell-all stream from the other woman, promising to show a video that would end Jocelyn's career forever. The cliffhanger was set, the trap was laid, and the world held its breath as the princess prepared for the fight of her life. The air in the rap community became thick with anticipation, suffocating under the weight of an impending showdown. Saucy Santana, after the abrupt end to his live stream, didn't just disappear, he went dark. His social media channels, usually ablaze with his vibrant personality, went silent. This wasn't a retreat, it was a strategic withdrawal, a regrouping before the counterattack. Rumors swirled like a hurricane. Some claimed he was locked in legal meetings. Others whispered he was recording a diss track so lethal it would make ether sound like a lullaby. The Barbs, sensing blood in the water, intensified their attacks, posting old clips of Santana praising Nicki, twisting his past admiration into a weapon against him, painting him as a hypocrite and a snake. But just as the narrative seemed set in stone, a seismic shift occurred. A former confidant of Nicki Minaj, someone who had been with her since the early mixtape days, suddenly broke their decade-long silence. On an anonymous Discord server that instantly went viral, this insider began dropping bombshells, so heavy they detonated on impact. According to this source, the pig comment wasn't just a random act of cruelty. It was a preemptive strike, a desperate measure by Nicki after she herself discovered a series of compromising photos and DMs. These alleged DMs, now being frantically searched for on the dark web, supposedly showed Santana not just talking smack, but actively coordinating with a major rival artist, a name so big, so influential, that a collaboration could genuinely threaten Nicki's reign. The twist: this alleged collaboration wasn't just about music. It was about leveraging a fashion deal that Nicki had been eyeing for years, a move designed to cut her out completely. The revelation sent shockwaves through both fan bases. The narrative completely flipped. Was Nicki the victim? Was Santana the calculating betrayer all along? The confusion intensified when a shadowy Twitter account, known for leaking industry secrets with pinpoint accuracy, posted a cryptic message: "The Queen always knows who's really eating from her trough. Check the timestamps." Moments later, a screenshot surfaced, allegedly from a private group chat involving Santana and his closest associates. In the chat, dated weeks before Nicki's pig tweet, Santana is seen boasting about a major play he was about to make, specifically mentioning taking a piece of the pie from a certain queen. The context was undeniable, the intent chillingly clear. He wasn't just reacting, he was being reacted to. The climax hit when Santana, against all advice, re-emerged on an Instagram Live. His face was drawn, his usual vibrant energy replaced by a cold, steely resolve. He didn't scream. He didn't cry. He simply held up his phone, displaying a single shocking image. A private text message from Nicki Minaj, sent after the pig tweet. The message wasn't an apology, it was a single word: exposed. Santana then looked directly into the camera, his voice low and dangerous. "She didn't call me a pig because of my weight," he declared. "She called me a pig because she knew I was coming for her whole damn farm." He then held up another document, not a diss track, not a cry for help, but a cease and desist order. Not from him to Nicki, but from a major record label to him, alleging breach of contract related to unauthorized discussions concerning artist representation and intellectual property. The implications were staggering. It wasn't just a beef. It was a corporate warfare, a battle for industry dominance that had just been exposed as a calculated game of chess. Santana dramatically ended the live stream, leaving the world gasping. The final, most terrifying question hung in the air. What did he mean by "my whole damn farm"? And had Nicki just exposed a deeper conspiracy that could unravel the careers of countless other artists? If your jaw just hit the floor and you're still trying to process the absolute chaos we just unleashed, then you cannot afford to miss a single second more of this unfolding industry apocalypse. This wasn't just a Twitter beef. This was a strategic dismantling. A high-stakes game of chess where reputations are being incinerated and empires are crumbling before our very eyes. You just witnessed the raw, unfiltered truth behind the biggest celebrity showdown of the decade. Do not be the one left behind, scrambling for scraps of information. You need to like this video right now to pledge your allegiance to the truth and to fuel the algorithm that brings you these forbidden secrets. Subscribe and smash that notification bell like your life depends on it, because the next wave of leaks, the real documents, and the names of the other industry giants involved in this sinister plot are about to drop. And we'll have it first. If you don't subscribe now, you'll be lost in the digital dust, completely unaware of the next bombshell. Comment below with "Farm War" if you believe Santana was making a strategic play, or tell us if Nicki was justified in her brutal takedown. Every single comment fuels the fire, demanding answers from the powers that be. Your engagement is crucial to bringing these hidden truths to light. Join the revolution, secure your VIP pass to the inner sanctum of celebrity scandal, and never miss a beat of this earth-shattering drama. The industry is bleeding. Are you ready to watch it burn? Engage now or forever hold your peace. Wait, stop everything you're doing and lock your screen, because the rap industry just went into a total nuclear meltdown, and the fallout is absolutely lethal. We are witnessing the most vicious, unhinged, and soul-crushing celebrity execution in the history of social media. The queen of rap, Nicki Minaj, has officially desheathed her blade, and her latest target isn't just anyone, it's the material girl herself, Saucy Santana. This isn't just a beef, this is a digital massacre. In a move that has left the entire Barb's kingdom and the Santana army paralyzed with shock, Nicki Minaj took to Twitter and unleashed a word so derogatory, so cutting, and so personal that it has redefined the limits of industry warfare. She didn't just call him out. She allegedly branded him a pig in a public display of pure, unadulterated venom. But that's only the surface of this disaster. We have obtained exclusive access to a high-stakes, high-emotion live stream where Santana finally breaks down, and the raw, jagged pain in his voice will leave you speechless. Was this about the secret alliances with Cardi B? Was it a response to the mangy-ass mutt insults Santana allegedly hurled back? Or is there a deeper, darker secret involving leaked contracts and stolen industry plays that neither of them wanted you to know? This is a story of total betrayal, shifting loyalties, and an emotional collapse so severe it could end a career tonight.